Ah. See how this one goes. Maybe I'll keep going this way, actually. There's less people that will see my dog with a whole goose in his mouth. So Gunther is standing still. He's hoping that I will stand still so he can eat a goose. Now both of those dogs, these two, those two, this one, pretty steely dogs. So Gunther is chasing birds with a bird in his mouth. See how well that goes with him. He's trying to put the bird down. Now everybody's chasing birds. Can't really see. And Gunther's trapped over here because he's got a goose. See if he'll leave it behind. Now if I was faster and I had been ahead of him here, if I had been way ahead of him, if I was running, or if I was just somehow ahead of him, he probably actually would have left that goose right there, because everybody was way far away chasing birds and he was back here with the goose, and he put it down because he wanted to leave it and go chase birds with his friends. But because I was back here, he was kind of stuck in the middle. But if I had been in front of him, he could have just left it, because he would know that because I'm ahead of him, none of those dogs would have gone back to go get the goose. They would have stayed up front with me. So as long as he stays ahead of me, he's not going to be able to drop this goose, basically, unless he buries it. So now he's falling behind me a little bit, but Toofy is kind of going to block him from doing that because he's right up on him. He's giving him space. Melon actually knows the burying trick. She does it herself, so she's kind of keeping an eye on him. He's trying to bury it. So if you remember last time, or if you watched it, it took him a lot longer to drop a goose that he found. So been videotaping for 3.5 minutes. It took him 3.5 minutes to drop this goose. So that was pretty good. It's better than last time. This is the only second time that he's picked up an entire bird like that. So I'm gonna keep walking away, and that's not to punish Gunther, that's actually to encourage him to continue to bury the goose, because the further I go away, the further my group is gonna follow me. Oh, Toofy's going back, so he might not be able to finish that. Yep, he's not gonna finish it because Toofy's going over there. Oh, and Toofy's coming back. So if you noticed when I whistled, Toofy sped up. He sped up running over there. And that kind of goes into the blog post on draw and projection. So that whistle was a projection, and it was obviously ignored. Not ignored, he actually sped up because he was like, well, I better get back to this lady, so I better hurry up and do what I want to do and get back to her. So that's why he sped up. But that kind of goes into projection and draw. And the reason I don't have reliable projection on Toofy is because he's not my dog, and projection and draw is not practiced with him enough. So I don't have enough time to practice draw on him, so he doesn't have reliable projection. So we just told Sky to get off of him. So Sky's kind of hoping that everybody's going to join in and bully Gunther. So as soon as she started doing that, I just went ahead and took a seat. And that's to sort of ground the momentum that's happening over there. I'm gonna ground my momentum over here, and Sky's just slowly gonna meander over to me. And she was able to stop that bullying and come on over to me because the momentum was really small at that point. If she had been more riled up, she wouldn't have been able to stop unless Gunther came over to me to stop it. And now she'll have a nice roll. Shake that off.